Hey guys, and welcome to episode 2 of Warship Wednesday with me, Commander Wolfman. Yeah, finally back with the old intro. At long last. Anyway guys, we've done the unboxing of the missile fleet. So last time we saw them, they were all still in their packaging. And I have to say I've done quite a lot of substantial work to them already. Still trying to dig up some information on how old this kit is, but from what I found initially, Boston was actually a model kit on her own. Same with the Curry truck. She was a model that was on her own originally, and same with USS Nautilus here. She was part of some sort of limited edition thing that River was doing a long time ago. I'm actually not too sure, guys. Again, I'm still doing some research. Feel free to leave a comment below if you know a bit more history to these this series of model kits, because I'd be interested to learn a bit more about, well, behind them a bit more really. Obviously, I know the story to all three of these ships mostly. Obviously, USS Boston is originally a Baltimore class heavy cruiser that's been converted into a missile cruiser on the very first of its type. Curry truck. She was a seaplane tender, so not quite sure what she's doing in the guided missile fleet, because well, she's not really carrying missiles, unless of course the cargo holds the thing that's actually carrying missiles. So yeah, not sure what's going on there. And as for Nautilus, well, she's the first of the nuclear submarines to ever be built, but from what I've been able to find out, she doesn't carry this. And ironically, when we talk a bit more about her, which will probably be in the model review very soon, because she's not far from being finished now, from what I've been able to dig up about her, I don't think she actually carried any missiles with her. And in case you guys are wondering, yes, it does look like a V1 rocket sitting on the back there. That's basically what the model came with. So yeah, still doing some research. Again, feel free to let me know in the comment box below if you know a bit more than I do, guys. But hopefully, given time, Nautilus will have her model review coming up within the next week or two, and then I'm going to sell her on, because I'm not really too bothered about this. I'm actually going to be honest with you guys, because I always tell you what I'm planning to do in the future anyway. Nautilus and Curry truck I'm going to build and paint, and then do a model review and do the history on them. But both of these models are going to be sold on, and you know, if you guys are interested, keep an eye out, because I do sell them on eBay. And if you're interested in getting your hands on one of these model kits, then do let me know in the comment box below. We can sort things out. As for Boston, I intend to keep her because it's part of a bit of an how do I put it? It's a bit of an ongoing research project I'm planning on doing, because I'm learning a bit more on how the US Navy went from all big gun warships to missile guided ships. I guess the story begins way back when I was working on USS Ticonderoga, which wasn't too long ago, obviously. But yeah, I've gotten a bit stuck into the project now, so here we are with things. So, with that out of the way, let's talk a bit about what I've actually done with the model kits themselves. So, building time wise for Nautilus did not take me long. I managed to get the hull put together and all the other bits and pieces done within about maybe an hour or two. It really did not take long for me to get this model kit put together, despite the plans being all over the place. I have to say, all three models, they are a little rough around the edges, but considering that they're older kits, I'm not really going to judge them on that front. Everyone can clearly tell that this is the Nautilus. I did do my research and looked online, and it turns out she's definitely still with us. I didn't realise this submarine was still with us, so yeah, it's interesting to know. The reason why I went with this paint scheme though is because I have seen pictures of Nautilus with a light grey colour on top and obviously a black hull on the bottom, so I've decided to go along with that. The missile I haven't painted up just yet, because I may or may not remove this. I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to be, but my guessing, it's got to be some sort of fuel tank for the rocket. I really am not sure. Again, this what's going on here I've still got to look into in real world situations anyway, because I'm not sure if Nautilus even did this. I know her one major weapon system was 6 torpedoes in the bow, and that's basically about it, apart from being nuclear powered. So yeah, Overall though, I'm very happy with how she's come out, and the paint scheme's come out pretty well. But obviously you guys can see it's a bit rough around here to still got to do a few touch-ups and some paint. I'm not overly done with her yet. I'm still going to paint up the propellers. I'm going to add a wash so that all the lovely detail that's on here will come out a bit. Going to paint the SSN 571 in black. There is a decal too that's still going to go on board. So yeah, she's coming on pretty well. And like I say, I reckon I'll be done with her in about the next 2 weeks. So look out for another model review soon after that. Curry Truck is on and off at the moment. As you guys can quite clearly see, this is all Curry Truck's parts, which I've been able to build up because obviously, as you guys know, I build, clean, and then paint and then attach them a bit later on once all the parts are all, you know, in their rightful place. So I built the cranes, built the seaplane. Not quite sure which one this is, although I feel like I've seen this aircraft before. It looks like a Mars, maybe. I'll do some research on that one as well. But yeah, you guys can see all the components are here. Got 5-inch guns, got the stand, lifeboats and launches and bits and pieces, one of the upper decks, which I haven't really done much to, but obviously I'm going to leave this off so I can paint it separately. And then once the rest of the ship's all painted up and this is painted up, I'll attach that. And then same goes for the bridge and this bit of superstructure. I built all this up because I can get all into the detail of that painted up, and then I can attach it once that's all said and done. So like I say, my initial next thing, because you guys can probably tell Curry Truck is still not fully primed up yet. My unfortunately this week when I was using it, my primer decided to run out on me, so I'm going to have to go and pick up some more primer soon. Hope well very soon, because I want to get the rest of this primed up ready for painting. Curry Truck's colours, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. The US Navy has used different colours on her. From what I can tell, she was she was just after World War II. I think she was a transport at one point. I'm actually not too sure, so I'm doing more research on this one. But I'm thinking either a similar grade to what I've done with Nautilus and Boston over there. Might follow the colours of Boston, because that particular grey I have used before on US warships, and it's not entirely accurate, but it works for me, so I'm very happy with it. So I'm going to do that. And because obviously Curry Truck is a semi-waterline model, because you can see the rudder sticks down the back there, so the hull is not full there. So I'm going to apply obviously a waterline to the bottom of the hull, so it looks like she's at ocean, at sea. And yeah, I think we'll go from there really. Main deck's going to be dark sea grey, because all the other little details I'll be adding as we go along will pop out once I get a dark sea grey look to the bottom of the ship, to the deck of the ship. And yeah, basically we'll go from there with that one. But as you can see guys, obviously Curry Truck has got a long way to go before we're done with her. So yeah, obviously initially I'm very impressed with her. She's not a badly designed model kit, detailed model kit for the age, because one thing I must say, looking at Boston in particular, these models you can tell they're old because well, do you see something I can see? The railings are made of solid plastic. So there's no holes in there. I suppose you could, if you wanted to and you had the right scale size of things, you could probably snip all these off and replace them with photo etch parts if you wanted to. But me, I'm happy with as they are, and obviously as I said before, Curry Truck and Nautilus in particular I'm not going to be keeping. I'm just going to build them, and then I'm going to sell them on to somebody who is more interested than me with them. As for USS Boston, which is the major part of this project, as you guys can see, I've managed to get the waterline done. I've managed to get the main hull painted up. Just got to get some wooden deck paint. Then again, I might, well, depends on what the ship's deck was at the time. But from what I have seen with the Boston, with the Baltimore class, they did have wooden decks. So I might just do that on the hull itself, and that will stand out anyway. But as it stands, I've just done the initial paint job on all the structural bits that the model comes with, and then I've done the waterline. I've shaved off the two little spots where the stand would sit because I was getting annoyed with them, so got rid of those. and then obviously I've just done the black line, done the red line, and yeah, I'm going to get her ready for her her water line, so the black line will go on very soon. The main guns are all built up, and they've got their main paint job done. I've just got to do the tops in a different colour, so it gives them a bit more of a camouflage plan, gives them a bit more detail. And then the rest of her is sitting over there on the shelf, as you can see. Got most of the superstructure all put together, and most of the bits and pieces that I wanted to put together all nice and done. I'll show you guys a bit more detail in the next video on all these bits, because I'm hoping I'll have her practically ready for more assembly to be done. And Curry Truck should be soon behind, and obviously say Nautilus will be practically finished, so be a bit more room on the desk to work with things. So yeah, coming along very, very well, and very happy with them in particular, which brings me on to the next subject of things, involving obviously the US guided missile cruiser project I've got coming up and working on. Just looking to the future, guys, I will be getting a model review built and done of USS Albany, well, not the Albany, of the Chicago, which we'll be talking about later on. I've also got a model of the Virginia coming up, and also a model of USS Long Beach. So there are quite a few missile cruisers to come, and this is just the first of the, well, the first of the first. But first of all, let's get these ships finished off and built and painted and all that stuff first, and then we'll go from there. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this model, this update on the models themselves, and yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video. In the meantime, guys, have a nice week and weekend. Look after yourselves out there and take care. Ta-ta for now.